Yeah, as expected, big-time battle. Both teams I thought fought like crazy, and buckets were kind of hard to come by at times on both ends of the floor. But again, just proud of our guys. It was a game that obviously could have gone either way, and the guys hung in there and got a little bit of a margin there late and made free throws late and did a good job to close it out.
All right, let's go to questions. First will be Eric Bailey from the Tulsa World.
Hey, Lon, can you talk a little bit just about the defensive intensity for 40 minutes? It really seemed like you guys really kept you in the game and let you extend the lead at times, too.
Without question, our offense, Kansas is good, so wasn't easy to score points, and yet I thought defensively both teams kind of had the upper hand on the defensive end in the first half. We had an opportunity to take it to 10 there, missed an open three in the first half, and then after that we didn't score much. But they're really good defensively. I thought our guys really battled it defensively, and again, buckets were hard to come by.
You talk about a lot being physical, playing well. You guys were plus 10 in rebounds and only allowed 2 offensive rebounds. Can you talk about that aspect of the game?
Absolutely. Our guys have really made a lot of progress rebounding the basketball, being aggressive on the boards. No question. That's a big difference in our ball club right now. That and the ability defensively to get up into the ball a little bit more and get to three-point shooters. Didn't do as good a job in the second half there, especially late in limiting the three, but overall, really good effort.
Thank you, Lon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go next to Ryan Aber from the Oklahoman.
Yeah, Lon, I wanted to ask you about Austin Reeves in the second half. The ability to be aggressive toward the basket, get to the free throw line. How important was that in one, being able to grab the lead and being able to hold on to it?
Yeah, Austin, made a couple big plays right there when, whoever, created the margin first there, with the 6-7 minutes to go in the second half, probably going to have a leg up. And I thought Austin made a couple of huge plays during that time. He's going to keep battling. He's going to keep competing, no doubt about that. And proud of him kind of hanging in there and finishing it strong.
Appreciate it, Lon.
Yep.
Let's go next to Joe Bettner from the Norman Transcript.
Hey, Lon, just obviously Davion Harbin started off really well today and kind of continued it on. I'm curious just what you make of his kind of progression as a guy that you can rely on in big games like this one.
Yeah, so happy for Davion. No one puts more time in, before practice, after practice, competes hard, plays hard every day in practice. So anytime a guy's doing that, you want very much for him to have huge success. And Davion's doing that right now, and the way he works and prepares, don't know why that would change.
Next question will go to Bob Prisbello from Sooner Scoop.
Yeah, Lon, we talk about the defensive intensity, especially in the second half. Just mentioned those 2 plays that Mo Gibson was able to make, that steal, and then with that disjointed possession, that and one layup really seemed to be like one of the key buckets of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Those types of plays oftentimes determine the outcome of a game. It's not always a play that's run perfectly as much as a loose ball that's turned into a bucket or a scramble for a offensive board that turns into a three. Those types of things oftentimes decides the outcome. So, Moj was critical during that time.
Next question will go to Joey Helmer from OU Insider.
Yeah, Lon Brady got the 3 to go down there kind of late and contributed in some other ways. What did you think of his performance, and did you feel like he was in a lot better flow today?
Yeah, and he had some opportunities that didn't go, and we kind of stretched him a little bit from a conditioning standpoint. So I apologize to him afterwards because he had a long run there. But he's going to keep getting more comfortable and keep getting in better shape, and every day he's going to continue to fit back in quickly.
Go next to Jenny Carlson from the Oklahoman.
Hey, Lon, how are you?
Good, Jenny.
Hey, so you got asked earlier about Davion, and obviously you talked about his work, but in a game where it's Kansas, one of his best buddies is on the other team. He even said in his post-game TV interview that, he sort of had the sense like, I got to get going here. Sometimes that emotion can really derail a guy. How has he been able to use that to his benefit now?
I think having success is the thing that's allowing Davion to continue to have success. You know, he's playing with so much confidence right now. He's making shots. He's attacking the rim defensively. Always real solid and great effort. So I think he just the level of confidence right now allows him to feel good about continuing to do what he's doing. And that it may seem kind of funny, but I think right now that confidence is such a big factor, and he's playing at a very high level.
He wasn't great from the floor tonight, but got to the free throw line 11 times. Is that something that you've continued to try to talk to him about, just, maybe when the shot's not there to still find ways to score?
Oh, you're talking about Austin or Davion?
No, I'm sorry. Did I look at the stat line wrong? I was talking about Davion.
Okay, yeah. No, Davion, had a good all-around game, yeah. But
I looked at the wrong stat line, Lon.
No problem. I do that all the time. Austin. I thought Austin, struggled offensively and then really hung in there and made some big plays late. As you mentioned, Davion, he's just playing at a very confident level.
Thanks, Lon.
You bet.
Next, we'll go to James Hale, KREF.
Well, when you're playing Kansas, you have to make plays, and your guys have to play with poise and yet play up to their abilities and make plays. Over the last few games, your team is doing that. They look like a very confident basketball team. Would you agree?
Making progress every game, absolutely. I think since the Baylor game, the second half of Baylor, I thought we kind of found out something about ourselves in terms of we can be a little bit more physical, we can be a little bit more aggressive, we can communicate a little bit better. And then after that game, went to Kansas and played better, even though didn't win the ball game. But I thought we learned a lot from each game since then, TCU, Kansas State, and now Kansas. So, guys continue to make progress. They're really a club that focuses well in practice on getting better individually as well as a group. So in Big 12, you have to keep doing that.
Thanks, Lon.
You bet.
Next, we'll go to Josh Callaway from Sooners Wire.
Yeah, Lon, you guys didn't shoot a free throw in the first half of this game, and then the second half, you were in the bonus in like 5 minutes. Was that a point of emphasis at halftime to get to the line, get them in some foul trouble?
I thought we attacked better in the second half. First half, we got a little bit static. The ball hung up a little bit. We didn't have the movement. I thought the second half we moved the ball better and attacked some long closeouts and got to the paint and then got into the bonus early. So I thought that was critical that the guys were aggressive attacking.
Go next to Austin Cartwright from OU Daily.
Hey, Lon, with Davion's kind of served as the pace setter guy in the first half, with Austin sort of serving as that closer role almost. With how they're playing, where do you kind of feel like this team can go moving forward if they're both playing, to their potential like that?
With every club, regardless of what's happening, you want to make progress, and the thing we probably say in a staff meeting as we prepare for practices more than anything else is we have to keep getting better. We have to keep getting better individually. We have to keep getting better as a group. And, of course, every club wants to do that. And yet this group seems to have embraced that and certainly I think have played better with each game for the last 5 or 6.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions here. Next, we'll go to Ryan Chapman from the Franchise.
Hey, Lon, so talking about Elijah here, sometimes when you're expending that much defensive effort, it's hard to translate that onto the offensive end of the floor, but he gave you 7 points today along with all the steals. Like, what has he done, just kind of that glue on the defensive end and getting it going offensively, too, for you guys?
Without question, he's been critical in terms of the aggressiveness, being a little bit more physical defensively. He rebounds the ball with a passion. He's gonna shoot the ball well. He's gonna continue to get more and more comfortable. Love what he's doing and love what he's bringing to the club. And the guys are feeding off of his physicality a little bit.
All right, last question for Coach Kruger. We'll go to Barry Trammell from the Oklahoman. Barry, you're on mute.
Sorry, Lon. Brady, as you mentioned,
that way.
Yeah. Brady never really got going. He's sort of limited for a while. Austin didn't have a great game until, down the stretch. But you're still ahead of Kansas. Is your team sort of developed? I would say a month, 6 weeks ago, you're not going to win a big game with with both Brady and Austin being off, it looks like you're capable of winning games a lot of different ways now than maybe you were earlier in the season.
Yeah, would totally agree with that. And I think defensively, you know, the progress we've made has allowed us to stay in ball games when we haven't been real smooth offensively. And I thought that was the case. There in the first half, we really shut down offensively that last 4 or 5 minutes. But I thought defensively kind of kept, we at least went in with a lead, which we didn't like giving away the lead we had. But I think you're right. You know, this club can win different ways, and love the idea when we're shooting it well and moving the ball well. And tonight again, Kansas is good. I mean, they're good defensively, so they had a lot to do with our ineffectiveness offensively.